Samichlaus Classic, 14% ABV, Austrian triple Bock, beautiful ruby red mahogany. All you're smelling is basically the malt. No hop character, no yeast character. Merry Christmas, everybody, and cheers. Wow, I forgot how good this beer is. Wow, that is a malt bomb to say the least. It is very, very sweet. Kind of a sherry kind of component. Yes, there is oxidation for sure. Gently warming alcohol sensation. It's one of the few lagers that is full-bodied, moderately low carbonated. It's like Cracker Jack, so it's like huge caramel, huge toffee, maybe a little nutty as well. I think it's really tasty. I really like it. It's not quite a Hall of Fame, so I'm gonna go 4.5 out of 5, like a 9 out of 10 for the Samichlaus Classic. I'm sure I'm not the first one to suggest this, but I think it would be awesome if they did like a bourbon barrel version of this.
Great Lakes Brewing Company Christmas Ale, handcrafted ale with spice and honey. Well, it's a very pretty looking beer. Pretty clear, nice looking head on there. Smell. Kind of like a cookie kind of smell to it. Lots of ginger on this one, lots of ginger. I am not a fan of ginger. We'll see if I can get past that. Cheers. Yeah, in this instance I can. A little bit of vanilla. I get some other kind of spice in there. You can taste the honey, you can taste all three of those seasoning individually. I can see why a lot of people like it. It is that really nice balance. Excellent drinkability. Soft mouthfeel. I certainly don't taste or smell any alcohol. So yeah, if you can find Great Lakes Christmas Ale, I highly recommend picking this up. I'm really impressed by this one. I'm gonna give a big 9 out of 10 to the Great Lakes Brewing Company Christmas Ale. This is the first time I've ever traded for a Christmas beer. Southern Tier Krampus, which is an Imperial Helles Lager. 9% ABV. That is beautiful. It kind of smells like a typical Southern Tier beer. I mean, it's just like, it's all hops. Smells great. So let's see how Southern Tier Krampus will taste. Oh yeah, that's good. It's like a double IPA. A nice piney, resiny, almost stickiness up front and across the middle. Get some malty sweetness in there to help balance it out. I was drinking this blind, there's no way I would know this is a lager. It is coming so close to being a perfect beer for me. You know, this goes down surprisingly smooth. The mouthfeel's not too intense. If you're not a hophead, you might find this like ridiculously bitter. 9 out of 10 for the Southern Tier Krampus. By far the best lager I've ever had, that's for sure.
Another one from Hardywood Park Craft Brewery, Christmas Morning Imperial Milk Stout with ginger, cinnamon, honey, vanilla, and coffee. 9.2 ABV, 55 IBU. It's pretty dark brown coming out of the can. Once it's in the glass, looks black. The coffee is the most prominent on this.
Yep, first thing I smelled. A sweetness.
Yeah, it's just kind of an essence of sweetness. It doesn't smell like 9.2, it smells like much lighter.
Yeah, it does.
Let's see how it tastes.
Cheers.
Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you get like all of those flavors, like kind of at the same time.
Definitely the roastiness from the coffee flavor.
It's sweet up front, so I'm getting like the honey, kind of vanilla at first, and then I'm getting like the ginger spiciness, and then it finishes like with the coffee. Those 5 spices totally dominating like that base milk stout there. I would definitely call this one smooth. I don't know if I would call it creamy though. Moderate carbonation. Yeah, I really like this one. I'm gonna go pretty high on this one. 4.5, like 9 out of 10.
So I'll give this one a 4.75.
I'm sorry, we're out of time.
Funky Buddha's Last Snow Coconut and Coffee Porter, 6.4 ABV. It smells kind of like iced coffee. It smells like real authentic coconut. Obviously it's a black beer. Even if I hold up to the sunlight, I just see like a little bit of brown at the edge down here. All right, so up front, it's pretty sweet, plenty of dark malt, not super roasty. You can taste the coffee and the coconut. They're subtle in the beginning and like they work really well. It's just like a combo. And then on the back end, you get all this like nice kind of sweet coconut flavor. It kind of tastes like a coconut cream pie or something. Nice, nice looking beer here. Going by the guidelines for the porter style and the SHV style, it seems to be like a perfect marriage there. Medium body, medium low carbonation. It's very, very smooth. The coffee and the coconut do linger. No alcohol taste, no alcohol warmth. 46 out of 50, 10 out of 10. Number 1 beer for me for 2016. Yes, that was a year ago.
Santa's Private Reserve by Rogue. That is an amber body. Oh, it smells delicious. It's great. It's very bitter, piney, a little bit of caramel. It's like sweet and kind of like syrup, spruce, kind of pine. The hops linger on here. They're pretty stubborn. They're not going anywhere. Drinkability on it though, it's not bad at all. The mouthfeel is soft. You get the kind of hot bite on the finish. I'm giving it a 10. I think it's awesome.
It's getting cold out here, so let's get to drinking.
From Infinite Ale Work, West Floridian Christmas, Belgian Abbey style quadruple ale, cranberry, clove, star anise, allspice, cinnamon, and vanilla. 11% ABV, pretty typical quad. Get a pretty big foamy froth, a pretty typical Belgian quad aroma. I mean, lots of dark fruit in there. There's a bit of a Christmas cookie aroma. Let's see if it tastes strong. Cheers. Wow. I definitely get a lot of cranberry on this one. Pretty big malty base on here. Starts cranberry bread. Kind of like all those spices and plus like the yeast esters and phenols kind of all come in. This, to me, this is drinking like lighter beer. Like this is going down like so easy. I think like the carbonation helps prevent it from like being kind of sticky or cloying. I would say this is definitely one of the best American Belgian style Christmas beers that I can recall. This is absolutely delicious. Wow. The full 5 out of 5 for Infinite Ale Work, West Floridian Christmas. Massive attack of so many different flavors.
Nice Chouffe. Actually, I believe it's pronounced Nice. 10% ABV, amber color, but once it's in the glass, you get a pretty dark brown. Smells like a Belgian Christmas beer. So let's dive in. Cheers. The St. Bernardus Christmas Ale. This is much spicier than that. A little perfumey, almost a little soapy. I don't mean that in a bad way. A little clovey, peppery, figs, plums, dates, raisins, and then that orange peel and thyme. They're pretty subtle at first, but they emerge mostly in the finish and the aftertaste. They're working really well together. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, I'm impressed. The body on this one is pretty big, medium full, maybe straight up full bodied, and also high carbonation. And that alcohol is nowhere to be found at all. Yeah, so this beer is banging on all cylinders. Really tasty, complex, strong, but still really drinkable. I'm gonna go full 5 out of 5 for Nice Chouffe. I'm not really sure what thyme smells like.
Goose Island Christmas Ale. American brown ale. Brown beer there. Call it a brown ale. Look, it matches the couch. Like as soon as I pop the top, I could actually smell it. It's sweet and rich. So let's see how it goes. Cheers. Wow, that definitely tasted like a Christmas ale. It's all the syrups, toffee, caramel, a distinct kind of nuttiness in there. It's extremely smooth. It almost kind of like coats your mouth like an imperial stout might. Gives a nice lacing so far. I don't know what they did, but they did it really well. For a 2-year-old Christmas vintage in the middle of the summer, I am just floored by this. It is so tasty. Every sip was just as tasty as the first sip. 10 out of 10 for the Goose Island 2009 Christmas Ale. This is the second annual Halfway to Christmas special where we drink a Christmas themed beer in the middle of the summer.
Corsendonk Christmas Ale, 8.1 ABV. Wow, that's really beautiful. Ruby red, like maroon color. It smells exactly like what it is, a Belgian strong dark ale. Very fruity, very Belgian yeast esters. Like the dark fruits, fig, plum, all that stuff. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh yeah. Wow. Wow. I like it so much more this time around. It's only one sip in. Fruitcake kind of thing going on here because you get that maltiness. Figs, raisins, cherries, lots of caramel in here. Toffee. That Belgian yeast quality is present from the start to the finish. It's certainly effervescent. It's got that fine Belgian carbonation to it. You even get like a little bit of chocolate right on the finish there. 10 out of 10. Corsendonk Christmas Ale 2013 edition. Brasserie, Ranke, Père Noël, 7% ABV. Yeah, I would say, yeah, it is amber. Maybe a little bit brown. When I was pouring it, I could smell that it was quite skunky. Spicy continental hop aroma, but also I would say this is quite floral. Let's give this one a try. Cheers. Slightly kind of like spoiled kind of flavor. I mean, as far as I know, this is a fresh bottle. Something wrong with the yeast there. Butyric acid or something? Lager kind of flavor to it? Even medium light mouthfeel, and probably maybe just straight up high carbonation. Seems some kind of off flavor. I'm really not a fan of this. One of the best bottle caps of all time, I will say. Yeah, not a fan. Like 2.5, C- kind of range. I didn't like it 7 years ago, and I don't like it now either.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.